Hey yo, what's up gang? It's Toby here with the Astor Diddle YouTube channel. And we're here with the obligatory New Year special, number 7. Many of you who have been, because people really have been clamoring for this one for a long time. We did, I didn't actually do one for 2021. I forgot to do a New Year special for 2021. I also forgot to do one for 2019. So really, this should be, I think, New Year special number 9, I think, but I forgot to do it for 2 years, so this is actually number 7. And man, think about that. 9, this is technically the 9th year that I've been doing this YouTube stuff, man. I know I haven't really stuck to it for a long time, but I remember I started this shit when I was in 6th grade, I think. Yeah, I was 11 when I put my first video up on YouTube, and now I'm 20, so yeah, year 9 makes sense. Man, that shit's crazy. But I thought I'd bring you up here to the woods, or not. It's not the same woods that we usually film at for Toby's Takes, but it's a little hiking trail. Figured we'd do a little retrospective for the year. Take a nice little walk down the trail. This is gonna be one for the history books. I gotta tell you. So follow me and we'll go on a walk together, man. Check that out. So we're here on the, where is it? There's a sign right here that says where we are. The Borndale Hills Trail. Down there is the Cape Cod Canal. Beautiful little piece. I don't know if you wouldn't call it architecture, but nice little piece of civil engineering, I'd say. Filled with water, completely man-made. It's wild. You got to think about that. Think about all the water that they had to put in there, man. It's insane, the logistics that got to go into that. But we got 2 directions we could go. I'm feeling we go a little, I say we go to the left. I've walked down this trail a few times. I don't think I've ever gone. Usually I walk down the canal, go up these stairs, then go down that way. I figure, say we mix it up today, see what's down on this way. But, 2021, man, I gotta say, quite the year. One of the most important years in a long time, I'd say. All the crazy shit that went down. You start the year off, you got fucking crazy Trump people raiding the Capitol. It was literally only it wasn't even a year ago that happened, but it just, all the crazy shit that's going on. The shit's been so crazy that doesn't even seem too far out of the blue these days, man. It's the crazy shit, man. But nah, definitely a step up from 2020 for sure. 2020 was hell. 2020 was for sure the worst time of my entire life, for sure, due to a multitude of reasons. But no, say whatever. There's been a lot of pessimism. I think, especially we got Omicron and shit. We got all these crazy new fucking variants of COVID coming out on a weekly basis. We got fucking Omicron, we got Delta, we got fucking Epsilon shit. I don't think Epsilon is a real variant, but who fucking knows? We do know, but I'm just making a funny little point, so it doesn't really matter. But, I feel like there's been a lot of pessimism. We're going into year number 3 of the pandemic. 2020, 2021, going into 2022 now. I remember I made my 2020 special. I was watching it back when I did the Altoid bit. And there was a lot of optimism, man. There was a lot of optimism back then, and it's just completely gone. It's just completely gone, man. There is, I'm not, I haven't heard a single person talk about how 2022 is gonna be the year. I haven't heard a single person say that yet, so I'm just sensing a complete lack of optimism for the new year, which is not a good thing, but I'm not gonna come out here and tell you that it's not warranted, because it's really not warranted. Things are looking like they're gonna get worse before they get better, but seems like that's always the case these days. Look at that water, man. That's awesome. Look at these trees, man. Feels like autumn up here, which is bullshit because it's the winter. It's the middle of winter. It's like 40 something degrees out, and that's another thing that I gotta talk about, man, because like a few weeks ago, like middle of December, we had a 60-degree day, man. It was 60 degrees in the middle of December, and that's just like, that was when it became clear to me that like this shit's going down. Like, shit is going down for real. Like Flow Rider, man. Look at that tunnel, man. I wonder what's in there. This is probably just some drainage shit. Look at that. Can I get a flash? Oh, there's a bunch of bugs. Can I get a flash? I don't think I can get a flash. Drain gang. But that aside, what was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. I really don't remember at all. Oh yeah, the end of the world, the rapidly incoming end of the world. Nah, I mean, shit has, I mean, there was a little, I've just been like, just feels complete. My lighting is fucked up. Sorry about that. The video was completely unfocused. My apologies for that. Nah, but shit has just felt kind of hopeless lately. But you know, we keep pushing on. We keep pushing on. It's what, I mean, you can say a lot about the human species, but human beings are resilient. I feel like that's kind of one of the best traits that we've got for ourselves. Human beings were, oh, excuse me, our strongest trait is how we can, I'm burping up a storm here. My apologies, but you know, human beings, the greatest trait that we've got is, fucking airplanes, man. Airplanes are low-key, airplanes are kind of cool. I haven't been in a plane since like 2019. I'd love to go on a plane someday. Okay, but back to what I was saying. Human beings are resilient, man. I mean, the strongest trait that we've got up our sleeves is that we can really adapt to our environment in a way that to changes in our environment that really no other species is really capable of, man. And it's like, that's just what I try to keep in mind, is that, bro, I feel like the video is not focusing. I'm trying to get a decent video here. Like, you know how when you're in your camera app and it's got like the yellow square, you tap on it to get your lighting right? I'm trying to mess with that right now. Hopefully this looks decent. My hands are getting cold, but I got gloves on, but I don't want to put them on because they're a pain. But you know, no matter how hopeless shit gets, you just got to keep on pushing on. I mean, you don't got a choice. You got to keep on going on, man. No matter what happens, man, you got to keep going on. And that's how I've been living, man. I've been trying to just enjoy the, you know, these small little moments like this, man, like walking through the woods, man. I've built I think a strong connection to like nature and shit. Like the trees and shit. You know, like little animals, the grass, the trees. It's beautiful, man. It's all around us. You just gotta look for it, man. The world is beautiful, man, and you just gotta just live in it for a second. I mean this the world that we kind of these days we kind of have the option to not live in the world, because you know we got our we live in like this technological society and shit. Like, you know, you can just use you don't even have to look. You can just look at your phone all the time. And that's what I've been trying not to do. I've been trying to, you know, really just get out and live in the real world, man. Like, I've been on Twitter since I was like, God knows, I think I was 13 when I got on Twitter, and what a horrible mistake that was. Yeah, I finally realized, because every time I got on Twitter, it was making me fucking miserable. And so I realized I need to get off of this fucking website. So I deleted Twitter off my phone, and I gotta say, like, ever since then, I've been feeling like way better. So here's a pro tip: if you're on Twitter, get off of Twitter now. Like, you go into your phone and delete that shit right now. Log out on the web browser, man. It'll make your life a lot better. But we seem to be approaching the well, technically the beginning of the trail, but I guess we'll just turn around. I guess there's really nothing on that end. I usually go the other way. I'm kind of backtracking technically because I came up this way on the canal. But I mean, 2021, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that happened, you know, man. Like, a lot of cool stuff that happened this year, you know. I mean, I went up to Vermont and shit with Joey and Christian. We went up to Vermont. We took a 3-day trip up to Stowe, and the mountains and shit. I mean, they call it Vermont for a reason. It's the Green Mountain State, and I mean, they weren't lying. There were a whole lot of green mountains up there, man. I mean, you wouldn't believe it even if you saw it, how green those mountains were, man. It was insanity. But like this, like I don't know, man. The Vermont trip was a lot of fun. I mean, you could ask Joey, Christian about it; they'll tell you. But you know, I drove up to Vermont. We got a place. It was a nice little, like, tiny little lodge place that we got. It was awesome. You know, we went up to Burlington. We went over to Lake Champlain. We were on the highways, man. We were driving the highways, man, the whole time. I must have driven something like 7 or 8 hours total, man. It was crazy. I've never driven that much in my life. It's absolutely insanity. I mean, I gotta tell you. Regarding I guess I got some announcements to make regarding the Astro Diddle YouTube channel, and you know, all things in the Tobias Roger Nelson cinematic universe, I guess. I've been working with my creative director. We got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline that we're hopefully going to start working on very soon. I mean, we've been doing filming we were trying to get Toby's Takes back on the road. We've been, we just did some filming for it the other day. I got a new series and shit in the works, which I'm not going to give out the details for it, but just beware. We got shit coming. We got music coming down the pipeline. I've been working on my album, man. TBD. That shit's hopefully gonna come out sometime next year. Hopefully. And I mean, TBD is my album. My music is really what I've been trying to put most of my creative effort into lately. But you know, I kind of gotta branch out, get some shit on the YouTube channel, man. Because I haven't even touched the YouTube channel since we did the Toby's Takes live for the election, and that was a long ass time ago. Shit, that was over a year ago. That was insanity. I keep saying that, it's insanity. I gotta come up with new phrases and shit. I gotta come up with a new catchphrase or something, man, because this is probably getting annoying if you're listening to it. But I mean, I've been doing. Oh, excuse me. No, I mean, I gotta say, I've been doing pretty good. I've been, for the most part, I've been having a good time this year, man. And I mean, regarding music, this year was absolutely stacked in regards to music. I mean, there's so many good albums that came out this year, man. Like, the new Kanye album came out, man. I've been listening to that nonstop ever since it came out. It's in probably my top 3 in terms of Kanye albums, man, and that's impressive considering that Kanye's got like 10 albums now, and he's still making like he's still kind of in like the height of his career. It's amazing. I mean, all those listening parties in Chicago and Atlanta, you know, they built the house on the stage, man. And then they set him on fire, man. It was crazy, man. It was absolutely wild. You know, I went to 2 concerts this year. I saw Porter Robinson, which was the best show I've ever been to. I mean, I've only been to 3 shows, so I guess best show of my life is not really a very high honor, but the Porter Robinson show was amazing. I must have cried like 4 or 5 times, because it was just a really like emotionally like kind of intimate show. It was like a small venue. The visuals were so striking, man. It was beautiful. I saw Porter Robinson with Joey, and I saw 100 Gex with Joey and Aiden. And honestly, since we're talking about Aiden, I gotta give a huge shout out to Aiden, man, because he's bar none, he's been the biggest supporter of the Astrodil YouTube channel, Toby's Takes, everything, man. I gotta give a big shout out to Aiden, because he's been giving mad love to the show, man. So Aiden, I know you're listening. I know you're out there. Big shout out to Aiden, man. Big shout out to Aiden. But yeah, 100 Gex show was insanity. Like, it was there's an emergency vehicles somewhere down there. Hope everyone's okay. Now the 100 Gex show was crazy for sure. That's the most fun I've ever had at a show. I mean, you should have seen me. I recorded most of it on my fucking 3DS, because that's like really the only way to record a 100 Gex show is on the 3DS. I mean, the vibe is just perfect. But this shit was going insane. I was like I was screaming louder at that show than I've ever screamed in my whole life, man. It was crazy. But I mean, and the new Porter Robinson's album Nurture was amazing. I mean, Tyler dropped an album, Call Me If You Get Lost. I mean, that shit was crazy. That was an amazing album too. That was basically the soundtrack to when we were in Vermont. We were listening to that nonstop, because it's the perfect road trip album, man. Something about that album is just perfect for a long trip on the highway, man. I gotta tell you, next time you're on a road trip, you gotta put on that album, because that'll get you going, man. That'll get you going for your trip. But I mean, Whole Lotta Red. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like Whole Lotta Red, but that was basically the soundtrack to my entire year. I mean, you go through my Last FM, you go through all the shit, go through my Apple Music shit. That's like the #1 album I was listening to this year, man. And this is actually where we started, so we've actually covered our tracks now. That's a cool rock, man. Hold up, I'm gonna mess around on that rock real quick. Excuse me, it's a little cold out here, so please excuse me for a little bit of sniffle. Oh, it's kind of wet, actually. I'm trying to get on top of it. Here we go. Look at that. It's insanity, man. Look at this. Nature's beautiful. I love Earth, man. like that Lil Dicky song, except not like that song, because that song fucking sucks. No, I mean 2021 has been I mean they put out the vaccine, and I mean, don't even get me started on the anti-vax shit, because that makes me want to like jump off a building, but not actually. No jumping off of buildings, I can assure you. But I'm not even gonna get into it because it just pisses me off. But no, we got the vaccine out. You know, hopefully someday we will be out of the pandemic state. But who knows, man? Who really knows? This is actually kind of a cool section of the trail, because you got that little bit of ground that goes down. I mean, this is a real ass hiking trail. I imagine some point there was like maybe water running through here, some more drainage systems. No, but this, I mean, it might rain soon. I was seeing that it was gonna rain, and it definitely looks like it. Like, that's definitely on the table. But oh, excuse me for that one. That one was a big one. But now, what else is there to talk about, man? I mean, 2021, what a year. Honestly, I mean, a year for the history books. For me personally, I mean, I'm not too big on getting into the personal details on the YouTube channel, but I mean, as far as personal development goes, I mean, 2021 has got to be one of the, I mean, it's got to be like second maybe only to 2019, I think. I mean, a lot of personal development's taking place this year. I mean, I feel like I look back at who I was at the beginning of the year. I look at who I am now. I kind of see a different person, man. In a lot of ways, I see a different guy. I'm still in a lot of ways, I still feel like the same kid that I was when I was like a little tiny kid, but in a lot of ways I've changed. And I mean, I guess that's just kind of what happens. I mean, shit happens to you. You change, you develop. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful what can happen to you, man. Man, life is beautiful, man. You just gotta see that, man. That life is just, there's nothing better than it, man. I mean, shit's not guaranteed, man. So you just gotta enjoy it while you can. I mean, I could die tomorrow. But right now that doesn't matter, because right now I'm walking through I'm on the hiking trail, just having a good time, talking to my YouTube fans, man. And it's crazy that I've even got YouTube fans. It's crazy that I can make videos and there are a few people out there who will watch them. There are people listening right now, listening to me walking down the trail, just rambling about shit for like 20 minutes. It's crazy the things you can do in the modern world. It's actually insane. Look at this rock, man. That's awesome. That's a cool ass rock. No, one time I actually walked out this way. I walked all the way from Bourne to the Bourne Park, all the way to like past Sagamore, man. I had to walk all the way back too. It was like, I didn't think I'd get home until like 8 o'clock. I did like a 4-hour walk one time. And I also had an 8-hour shift at work that same day, so I was on my feet for like damn near 12 hours, which was a lot of fun. That tree's kind of cool. Little broken tree. Bro, I gotta fix this lighting. Man. The yellow square just, it won't go away. It's not going away. But nah, man. I mean, 2021, I mean, I know was not a a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, 2021 was a shitty year, but I mean, I can see why you'd think that, but I disagree. I think 2020, all things considered, I mean, 2021 was about as good of a year as you can get given the circumstances. But now we got to move on to 2021 is out the window. We're in 2022. So, I mean, that's the thing that you just got to keep on moving, man. You just got to keep on moving forward like that. Like Kid Cudi said, to like keep moving forward, man. Keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward, man. And that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing right now. Just keep moving forward on the trail. We're on the trail, man. I'm always on the trail. I'm always walking. Oh, fuck. Almost died there. That would have been funny. Get a nice look out on the water. Nothing. Oh, yo, look at that dude. Dude's on roller skates, man. Look at this dude. No, that's mean. Don't do that, man. That's mean. Don't be mean to that guy. He didn't do nothing wrong. Don't make fun of him like that. Dude, my hands are getting cold. Maybe I should put the gloves on. Dude, I don't even... No, I gotta, like, turn around because you get off of this trail, you're basically, like... You're in, like, Sagamore once you get off this trail. I remember because I did it. I did it one time and I had to walk all the way home. But it's only, like, around noon, so I should... And I'll definitely be able to get home before dark. Should be all good. We'll walk a little bit further. Apologies if the wind is a little loud. There's nothing I can do about that, really. Now, 2022, we're getting back into the YouTube game for sure. For sure. Yeah, we took a little break. We took a break for 2021, but we're coming back in full force. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, we got. I mean, I've talked about the Toby's Takes team, but really it was a one-man operation pretty much the whole time. But now when I say we got the whole team working around the clock, I'm being completely honest with you. We got the whole Toby's Takes team working around the clock. You know, I just hired myself, and I just hired a creative director. We're taking the show to crazy new places that you couldn't, a year ago, you wouldn't even be able to imagine, is all I'm gonna say. Seem to be at the apex of the trail now. Now we go down. Apologies for that sniffle. Got to be careful walking down these stairs because if you trip, you're gonna fall and die. And it would be funny, but I would be dead, so there'd be no way for me to upload the video. So I just got to be careful. We're rapidly declining in terms of altitude. Very rapidly declining. Now, what's some cool shit? No, a few days ago for Christmas Eve, it finally snowed, and that was just a beautiful moment. You know, because I mean, because you know the shit's getting warmer, you know, climate change, global warming, all that shit. Or it's getting hotter, it's getting warmer every year. So snow, you definitely don't see snow as much as you used to, which is honestly, I think which is really sad, because I love the snow. It's my favorite. It's like my favorite kind of weather. But you know, that day that it snowed, I was like that was like the happiest day I've ever had in my life. You should have seen me. And actually, you can see me if you go to TikTok. You go to Astrodiddle on TikTok. You'll see the video that I recorded. And this is an advertisement for my TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, then you probably have a better life than the rest of us, but you gotta follow Astrodiddle on TikTok, man, because we're putting shit out on that. We're putting shit out there too. So look at that, Warrendale Hills Trail. Go to Herring Run, half a mile. I've never taken this route before. Let's see what's going on this route. Shit, how have I been? This has been going on for half an hour. I see no reason to stop. Let's just keep on going. Once it gets to like 45 minutes is probably the longest that I'll make this. 45 minutes probably. Got a little info station. Let's give it a read. Got a pasture wall. When the Nye family cleared a pasture for their farm, they confronted a rocky soil. Like all New Englanders, they piled the rocks as a fence at the edge of the clearing and attempt to undo some of the glacier's work. Try to imagine the changes that have come to this woodlot over the centuries. From ice age strewn with rocks to a thick forest inhabited by moose and deer, from Indian fires to settlers' timber harvests, from farmers' pasture back to woodland. Through all of these changes, the pitch pine, characteristic evergreen tree of Cape Cod, has been a part of the natural community. Other trees, such as the fallen trunk along the trail, are no longer a viable part of the Cape's forest. That's a little sad. Man, shout out to those trees, man. Say a prayer. Say a prayer for those trees, man. Take a look at the water out there. But now I mean, I can't say I got my hopes up for 2022, but I mean, it's like I've been saying, you don't got a choice. You just gotta keep moving forward. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's the move. That's what we're doing. Moving forward. Moving forward. Like, you know, like when like Kid Cudi said, like, I'm so reborn. Like, you know. I smell weed. Someone's been is that weed? I'm pretty sure that's weed. Guess someone's been smoking up here. Or someone has been smoking in the vicinity. I can't blame them. This is actually kind of a cool spot. Only thing that sucks is you gotta drive home. Cool little rock right here. Cool little rock. Ooh, that's a cool looking rock up there. Apologies for the sniffle. That's a rock right there. That's not even a rock, man. That's a boulder. That's an Ice Age boulder, man. This is straight out the Ice Age, man. Check that out, man. That's an Ice Age boulder. This straight out the Ice Age era, man. That's like thousands of years ago. That's crazy, man. You got to think about the world history, man. The world history is crazy. I mean, the world's been around for a long ass time. Ooh, we got a little, some kind of preservation cage here. Any info? No info, it looks like. Man, I love these hiking trails where they got like the info plaques where you can just read about this shit. I love that. That's amazing. I love it when they do that. Bro, I gotta turn around, dude. I gotta turn around at some point, man. See, this is what happens when I get on a walk. I end up walking too far because I just want to like see more, and then I walk too far, and then I gotta walk the whole way back because I don't have like a bike or nothing. You definitely hear the vehicles, the road up there, for sure. Bro, can I be honest with you for a moment? I gotta take a shit, like, really bad. Like, I've been holding in a shit for, like, the past, like, 45 minutes. Check that out. I'm thinking maybe it's about time to turn around. I don't know, though. Because it's like... the walk home is probably going to be like an hour by now, for sure. I'm going to keep going, though. This is a nice little... these little trees up here, man. We got a little info plaque coming up. Let's see what we got. The Trumpet Creeper. Check that out. I don't actually see any. I don't actually see any Trumpet Creepers, but they were here at one point, and that's what matters. Yo, look at that! Look at that! We got rock stacks, man. Check that out. We got rocks on rocks on rocks on rocks, dude. Can you believe that? I can't believe that, man. They're balanced. That's awesome. There's actually a lot of rocks chilling out here. Wonder if these are like Ice Age era too. That'd be cool. Yeah, I can never remember what the different types of rocks are. You know, you got igneous, sedimentary. There's another kind that I don't remember. Bro, I'm going way too far, dude. I need to turn around. We got a little plaque. Oh, poison ivy. You got to be careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful around here. You don't want to get poison ivy. When I was a kid, my sister got poison ivy, and she got fucked up when she got poison ivy. Do not want that to happen to me. I mean, granted, that was like when I was in first grade, I think. That was a long time ago, man. Oh shit, we're actually at the end of the trail, I think. No, for sure, we're at the end of the trail. Nah, for sure, this is the end. For sure, this is the end. This is what I was talking about. You go to the end of this trail and you're in fucking Sagamore. The bridge is right over there. No bicycles. Low key, a little messed up, but we got dudes working out there, man. Check that out. I don't know what they're doing, but you got cars and shit. But now I'll take that as a cue to end this off. I'll walk a little bit further away so I can do my outro without all the cars, because these shits are loud as fuck. Okay, I think this is a nice spot. We'll do the outro here. This has been Toby with the Astrodiddle YouTube channel, coming at you for the obligatory New Year's special. Number 7. I mean, I'd just pretend that I have 2 other fingers up on my other hand, but you can't see it because I have to record the video. But no, I mean, we're heading into 2022 in a strong position, I think. You know, we're going full steam ahead on the YouTube shit. We got a bunch of new shit coming to the YouTube. We got music coming out hopefully soon. I mean, by soon, I mean like a few months down the line, but maybe I'll drop some previews or something of what I've been working on. But no, we're heading into 2022 in a strong position for sure. Now, my hope for the world may not be very optimistic, but I think we can make some good shit happen in 2022. You know, we can make some good shit happen for sure, and that's what I'm going for. So once again, Toby with the Astrodiddle YouTube channel, Tobias Roger Nelson signing out. Wish y'all luck in 2022.